the night at the Priest Mountain Shelter. Had a good night once I fell asleep. I set up everything in the shelter last night, and I heard this moving around. Like, first I thought it was a mouse, but it sounded weird. I turned on my light, my headlamp, and there were carpenter ants everywhere, all around me, like 100 of them, easily. It was the strangest thing. So I was like, nope, not sleeping around this. So I actually set up my tent inside the shelter. It's not a freestanding tent, so it took a little bit of thought process to get it up, but I did, and I had everything there. I just didn't want to find level ground and deal with that, because it was about 9:15 last night, so it was dark, and so the simplest thing was to just set it up in the shelter. I'll show you a picture. But once I did that, I had a great night's sleep. I slept in a little bit because I am going to about 5 miles, and I'm going to get picked up and go into Waynesboro. So I have a package there, and I'm going to get some Chinese food. I've been craving it. I don't know if it's the MSG or what, but I've been craving Chinese, so I'm going to go get some of that and hang out with J13 for a little bit, and then back on trail tomorrow. So I'll see you up trail. I'm at the summit of Priest Mountain. What a beautiful view. Gorgeous. I'm feeling really good today, and I think it's because I've made some decisions and I'm looking forward to them. So when my right knee is bothering me, I think the best thing for me to do is I'm going to get off trail and go home, and I will get an MRI and probably an injection in my knee, a steroid injection. Then I think the best chance for me to complete a thru hike would be to flip-flop, even though it's not my ideal way to hike this trail. What's important to me is completing it entirely. So I'm gonna go home soon, in a week or two, and I'm gonna take a week at home, get all that stuff done, take care of my knee and eat and do all that good stuff and see friends and family that I miss so much. And then I'll go back up to Maine. So I gotta make arrangements up there to summit Katahdin. Don't know when that will be, but I'm looking forward to it because I'll be closer to home turf, and I've hiked that area, and it'll be nice to be back on my old stomping grounds. And I want to finish this thing. So that's the way I'm going to do it. It'll be so weird to be going southbound, but I am looking forward to it. I just have a couple of bumps in the road I need to take care of, but it will also be really nice to see people that I haven't seen in a long time, because they'll be walking towards me. So I'll end in Harper's Ferry. That's where I'm going to hike to now. That's the plan anyways. We'll see if that changes, but that's the unofficial halfway point of the Appalachian Trail. So I like my plan. I'm looking forward to it. But right now I have 2.5 miles left to the bottom of Priest Mountain, and I'm gonna get a shuttle at Route 56, and I'm gonna head into Waynesboro for the night and get my Chinese food. This is a beautiful view, looking east off of Priest Mountain. Look at that farmland, so pretty. Looks like a tree farm, maybe. Maybe that's where our Christmas trees come from. I don't think it's been treacherous. Maybe it's because I have fresh legs and this is the first and only part I'm doing today. But coming off of Priest Mountain kind of reminds me of New Hampshire. I think I mentioned that with the rocks and stuff. But it's a beautiful day. I can't complain at all. It's just gorgeous. Quiet. I haven't seen anybody in a couple of days. But the trail is now smoothing out a little. I have 1.8 miles until I reach my pickup spot, but it's beautiful. I'm loving it. I crossed over this just up that way. How pretty is this? Made it to the trailhead. I have an hour and 40 minutes, but I came over to the sign to check out where I was, and there's trail magic. Oh, so happy. Oh, I needed bags, and look, there's snacks, all kinds of stuff. Oh, so thankful. People are so generous for hikers on the trail. It's unbelievable. Love it. Good morning. It's almost 10:30, so I'm getting on trail a little later today, which is fine. I had to make some phone calls and stuff this morning. I was at Super 8 last night, so I got a nice shower and a bed. I just got dropped off here at the trailhead by Heather, one of the trail angels that shuttles people. Super nice person. We clicked. It was like we were old friends, you know, so we had a lot to talk about in a great car ride. I'll put her picture up here in just a minute. But I am going to be going over a suspension bridge, and I'm going to do about 13 miles, I think, today. It's supposed to be some rough terrain. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll go past the shelter, maybe I'll stay at the shelter. Not sure, because I am getting a late start. We'll see. But yeah, it's a gorgeous day so far. I hope it stays that way, and I'll see you up the trail. Ooh, this one moves a lot. So beautiful. It's about 10 minutes since I started the trail, and I already have sweat just dripping off of me. It is so hot and humid. When you go down into a town, you actually can feel the temperature rise, you know. It's cooler up in the higher elevations, but there's supposed to be some really nice views up ahead on today's hike. There is a blue blaze that I could take if I wanted to. I thought about taking it. It would allow me to bypass the big summits that are up ahead, but I thought about taking it, but you know, I'm here because I want to hike the Appalachian Trail, and although my knee does hurt and it does concern me, I'm gonna hike this. I'm not taking the blue blaze. I'm gonna hike it, and I'm gonna go up these peaks, and if it takes me all day, it takes me all day. You know, I want to see those views, and I want to see what's on the trail, because that's what I'm here for. So, although there's a beautiful waterfall on the blue trail that's up ahead, that's okay. I'm sure I'll come to another one along the trail, but there's a lot of water in this section, so I'm thankful. I'll have to camel up. In about 2 miles, 2.5 miles, there's a shelter and water. I'm on switchbacks, so it's a hot one today. Oh, gosh. Okay, this is that junction. That is the Mahar Trail to my left. That is the Blue Blaze Trail that goes basically around the peaks, and by the, there's a waterfall that I mentioned earlier. So that's that trail. Straight ahead, White Blaze, Appalachian Trail. That's it. No Blue Blaze for me. Let's go see some views. It's so crazy how fast I come up upon a snake, and I don't realize it till I'm just feet away. But he's cool looking. He's not solid black. Let me see. Oh, he's got dirt on him. He's just going along the trail. Black rat snake. Alright, guy. Happy trails. I'm at this great water source, so I'm taking a few minutes to camel up and drink a lot of water and take some for the next leg. And I went into my pack to get an electrolyte, and I saw my my peppermint patty, and it's melted, so I figured I'd put it in the water since it's ice cold and see if it hardens it or solidifies the chocolate enough so I could eat it. I don't know if it's going to work, but I love my York peppermint patties, so it's worth a few extra minutes here to see if it actually works. If it does, I'll be enjoying it. That is Harper's Creek Shelter. I'm assuming that is Harper's Creek. I am going to duck into the shelter. It's right at the trail, so it's not like I came a half a mile the other day, like the other day. I'm going to duck in here for a little bit because the sky has gotten very dark and I can hear thunder, and it does seem like it's getting closer. So I have the time, and you know I like to stay dry, so I'm just going to hop across these rocks and take a break. So I ducked into the shelter for a while, and someone else had the same idea. Her trail name is Noodles, and she is a ridge runner. She has a 100-mile stretch, and this section is in her territory, so to speak. We hung out much longer than I thought I would, but it did rain, and I have my pack cover on there, but now it's just a very light sprinkle. I haven't heard any thunder for a while, so we got to talking, and she hiked the AT 2 years ago, and so now she's a ridge runner here. So it was really cool to talk to her. You know, you meet so many people on the trail, and some you'll be friends with for a long time, and some it's just that day you meet them, but it's just really cool to meet and talk with so many different people. But yeah, nice meeting you, Noodles. Although the trees are definitely Virginian trees, these rocks, I think these rocks are from New Hampshire. Oh man. Wow, this is gorgeous. Come over here just a little bit. Oh, maybe back here. God, this is beautiful. Can you imagine living way over there and down in that little valley? It's crazy. Wow. Beautiful. I just love these views. Never gets old. So neat to see them fly. They just glide all around. I just found the perfect seat. And ow, ow, ow. Something bit me. I am so hot. I am just like sweating. I just had a bug fly into me, like a little gnat, the ones that get in your eye, like right here, and it got stuck in the freaking sweat that is on my face. There is not a breeze. Look at this. I'm gonna turn the camera around. The leaves are not moving. Man, I'm so hot. Oh. All right, see you later. It is so rocky and so overgrown that I can barely walk and film, but it is like a jungle, like vines and vegetation and humidity included. Oh man, I'll be happy to get to the shelter. I think I'm about 4 miles away, but I'm half a mile from the water, which right now is more important to me. This is so cool to be able to show you. So this ridge right here, follow it down. That's where I started this morning, at the road. And I came all the way up here, and I came all the way up here, and then over and down to where I'm at now. That is so cool to be able to see it this way. Look at that. Wow. Awesome. I love it. That was a hard climb. There's more of the view. So pretty. That's so cool. Why? Why does it always start raining just before I'm about to get to a shelter? 0.4 this time. Not 0.3, 0.4. And I'm not putting the rain gear on. It's Appalachian Trail. Throws things left and right at you. But I love it. Oh man. I guess maybe it's trying to get me there faster, or try to tell me something. I need a shower maybe. I don't know. Alright. Almost there. Good morning. It is 6:20. I just left about 5 minutes ago from the shelter. Really nice shelter. No mice, no carpenter ants, no bugs. It was wonderful. I had a really bad thunderstorm last night. Very thankful that I was in the shelter. I stayed dry. Lots of deer all around the shelter area. It was nice to see them. There was a little fawn just frolicking around. It was really cute to see. But anyways, so I have a big day today, a lot of miles. I'm going to try to make it to Rockfish Gap. My plan B will be the Paul Wolf shelter. That's like 16 miles away. So we'll see how the day goes. I'm starting a lot earlier than I did yesterday. So hopefully that'll be the game changer, and getting out and hiking and getting miles before the humidity and the heat really strikes. But we'll see. It's gonna be a good day. All right, I just passed Three Ridges Overlook. It's a little spot on the Blue Ridge Parkway. I stopped there and there was a trash can, so I emptied everything out that I could and had a little snack. There was also a cyclist there taking a break, and I got to talking to him. His name is Rick. He is cycling across the U.S. He started in Oregon, and he's going here to Virginia. So I thought that was really cool. He is cycling for a total of 36 days. He only has 3 days left. That's pretty cool. So just like me, I'm hiking, not cycling. Would be much faster. But yeah, it was really cool to meet him. So Rick, if you're out there, hi, nice to meet you. I knew it. One of these days, I knew that water bottle was going to fall out of my pack. Thankfully, it didn't go far, but at least I can hang on to that tree and grab it. And it didn't pop open. Ah. I got it. My own fault. It was full and top heavy, and I bent over and out it went. But I will be more cautious next time. It didn't go far. So happy. All right. Well, I have made it to the summit of Humpback Mountain. I've been wanting to get here all day. It's the highest point on my hike today. I'll put the elevation down below. But it is 12 o'clock on the dot. I've gone 9.5 miles. Not quite halfway yet. Almost, but not yet. I just filled up at a water source and drank a whole bottle before I left. And I have my rag nice and cold around my neck. So thankfully, it has not been as hot and muggy as it was yesterday. And I'm happy about that because I'm doing almost twice the miles. So, but everything's going good. Trail is less rocky, so I'm happy. And I'm gonna stop a little bit and have something to eat. I'll see you up trail. I have been wondering if I was gonna see one of these. I've seen them in Massachusetts. This is a full-grown ringneck snake. They're small. I mean, those snakes, they don't get any longer than maybe 12 inches or so, and they won't grow thicker than a pencil. It's really cool. They're small snakes. But yeah, I'm happy to see one. They're very small. I'm surprised I saw him. But he's cool. I was just going to say that I've seen 2 owls since I've been out here. I believe they were both barred owls. The second one I just saw a few minutes ago. And I just happened to look up to my right to see if I could in fact see him. And he was flying back with a mouse in his mouth. And they're so silent and beautiful. But it was just luck that I happened to look up and see him. So that was really cool. They're just fast and elusive. I don't think I'll ever get them on video, but it was cool to see him. Isn't this so pretty? I just have to cross this, and then just ahead in the trees there you can see Paul Wolf Shelter. I might soak my feet while I'm here. What the heck is this? Tree went down. What is this, a root ball? Oh my gosh. Really? Oh. Okay. Well, I just climbed right over the top. Certainly can't go around either side. It's too steep and there's a hole on one side and then it drops off on the other side, so can't go around it. Must go over it. Well, I'm not 0.3 or 0.4 from the shelter, but it did get really dark and the wind is picking up and I can hear the thunder in the distance. I'm probably about maybe 3 miles from Rockfish Gap. That's where I'm going to get picked up. So we'll see if the rain starts. It'll probably hold out until I'm 0.4 away. Didn't make it. Oh, 2.7 away. Sweet treat to get me through the last half mile of my day. All right, I just finished a 21-mile day. I am sitting out front of the Super 8 motel. I can't believe it. Longest day ever. So happy.